It's important to know how to ride a bike properly, like making sure you have the proper safety materials, like a helmet, and also making sure that your bike is properly maintained. Those tips and more are what kids are learning at today's bicycle rodeo. Hundreds of fishermen will be sitting in boats just like this one over the weekend in Ditto Landing as they compete in a final round of a championship tournament. Just in case you wanted to check out the Coleman Chris Kindle Mark this season, it's open until December 23rd. From Coleman, Gabe Glassman, FOX54NEWS! For some reason, I'm agreeing to this. We are about to go through a portion of the Dead Water Bayou. I'm going to try to describe it to you. And this place. Oh my God! Darkness. Hello!
Accept your place near the death of infinity.
I don't want to. And just in case you missed today, the event's going to be going all weekend long. Don't worry, you can miss events like this. Oh. In Huntsville, I'm Gabe Glassman, FOX54NEWS. And if you yourself want to get involved in Love Luggage, you can check out Unclaimed Baggage's Labor Day event ending on Monday. In Scottsboro, I'm Gabe Glassman, FOX54NEWS. And if you wanted to vote for Rodney Smith Jr. in the Benevolent Beard Contest, you have until September 9th to do so. In Huntsville, I'm Gabe Glassman, FOX54NEWS. This Walmart location you see right behind me is currently still accepting customers. But that won't be the case for this grocery store in a couple weeks as they'll be closing their doors. With the second day of the first ever South Star Music Festival being canceled, people are leaving the area disappointed. I am here at the Buc-ee's location in Athens, Alabama, and as you can see behind me, there was a lot of people. There's even a little stage, and no, that is not Bucket the Beaver performing, but it is country artist Keith Urban.
If our actors go in, but they're not in a good environment, they're not going to be set up to get those good scares.
Arcs Mortis started planning for the Halloween season in January, and it's all to create the perfect haunted scene.
You can have a creepy environment with just the right look, but it's just a whole nother level when your whole senses are engaged.
The secret to creating the perfect setting is a mix of all elements.
Making sure that we have that good balance between lighting, sound, fog, special effects, all of those things coming together, make an environment.
But to give everyone this unique experience, timing is key.
Each year we create a front starting scene, and that system helps us pace the guests going through.
They created a pacing system to help solve one of their biggest complaints.
They just hated being against someone else because they were like, I wanted to see the full show, but because someone else was against me or behind me, I felt rushed.
And after going through the first few sections of the show,
we created 3 additional requeue spaces. That way we can separate out those guests.
You're getting to reset yourself and getting to be first in the haunt again.
Another element they've introduced is a tool for the scare actors, especially for those who scream and shout for 5 hours straight.
It's tiring on your voice. It's tiring physically to do those very, very physical scares.
A tech operator created the Panic Popper system.
Through a press of a button that'll trigger a program.
It takes a sound effect and a large speaker, a strobe light, and a controller.
This helps create an environment where actors are able to scare with ease.
It doesn't take as much energy. That way they're able to conserve some energy to make sure we're putting a good show on all night long.
And those visiting can leave even more frightened. If you want to check out Arcs Mortis, they are open every Thursday to Sunday up until October 31st. From Killen, I'm Gabe Glassman, FOX54NEWS. Picture this. You enter your local restaurant, you sit down, and the waiter comes around and asks you what you would like to drink. Maybe you say a water, sweet tea, soda. But one thing in some parts of Marshall County you cannot order is alcohol. Well, that may potentially change.
I think there's nothing wrong with offering beer to our patrons because beer and barbecue go so nicely together.
Hogleg Barbecue has a unique situation.
When someone can drive 1 mile in many directions and serve themselves, so it doesn't really make sense for the county as a whole to not be wet.
Marshall County is currently described as moist, meaning unincorporated parts of the county are unable to sell alcohol, which includes this barbecue joint, and it's hurting business on a weekly basis.
We'll have, blue-collar, hardworking Americana walk in the door and say, hey, you got beer here? And then we're like, no, and they're like, oh, well, I'll go a mile down the road.
But this all may change because of a local amendment on Tuesday's ballot.
I think it would be positives for a lot of people and the whole community.
Co-owners Nicolette and Gabe Brown say having the ability to sell alcohol will be good for business.
We can hire more people, pay more people, keep our money here.
Especially for college football Saturdays.
We could fill this place up for an Alabama game And people want to have a beer when they watch Alabama. And right now they can't do that here.
Some things would need to change for this local food spot.
We have 7 employees right now. We can increase at least 1 or 2, for sure if we were to go wet.
Nicolette says they would need to go through all the steps in order to sell alcohol on site.
I would need to hire somebody that knows what they're doing and can help us all out.
But the potential change also comes with some cons.
The main potential downside is just people having too much.
I don't want to be open till midnight every night with like a wild, crazy bar.
Just because the county may go wet or stay moist doesn't affect this place's future.
We already get people here now. We would get even more people with beer.
The owners say they're not sure what types of alcohol they would sell if the amendment passes. In Marshall County, I'm Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News. Haunting season has come and gone for Doomsday Haunted Attraction here in Athens, but thanks to a community effort, everything you see right here in this crate is going towards hurricane relief.
It's nice to use something like a haunted house for good.
Eric Riley and Doomsday started collecting hurricane relief donations in early October. He was amazed by the end result.
They come in there like, hey, we brought a couple things. Like, oh, okay, well, we'll come out and help. You think a couple things, a bag or two. You go out and then it's like, no, like a couple of boxes. No, it's like box after box.
Eric says a couple of other haunted houses in the area also collected donations. So what you see here is only a portion of what's being sent.
We don't even really know how much more there's still coming in.
And a big portion of donations the haunted attraction received came from students who sit in this very classroom each day.
I saw it and it sort of struck a chord with me.
Andrew McKibben is a biology and marine science teacher at James Clemens High School. He found out about the donation drive through social media.
When they saw all that damage was there, I think they really decided, hey, we need to help out with this.
The Auburn grad rallied together one of the biggest donations of the entire drive, with efforts coming from all parts of the school.
The lunch ladies in our lunchroom, they donated a ton of safety gear. I had kids say, oh, that's for the hurricane. I have donations in my car. I'll bring those tomorrow. Got a big push from a bunch of the teachers as well as the administration, helped in and donated food items, non-perishables, things like that. Really everyone from every club, every organization.
Riley says it took around 30 minutes to bring in the whole donation.
I got to know him pretty good in the time we were unloading this car.
In an unexpected way, a classroom and a haunted house went hand in hand.
A little thing on social media and then it's contagious in a good way.
It really showed the sense of community that I think the school fosters.
The haunted attraction says the relief efforts will go towards the communities affected most by the storm. In Madison, Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News.